Penises.
Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
From A to B.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shatteredcast Uncut, episode 315. And for you nerds out there, that's 315. And if you're bilingual, 315. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, and I speak the language of love. That is, of course, Mandarin Chinese. Joining me tonight as...
Just gonna throw that out there.
Silence. You are not allowed to speak until I have called you, Justin.
Okay.
A little tired of your flack right now, okay? You know who I am, what I do.
I think so.
Okay, I'm a cartoonist, okay, and I do voices. All right, I do lots of voices. People ask me to stop, but I'll never stop.
Why would you?
Of course, right? Why would I? So joining me tonight, as always, is the fearsome four themselves, coming in first, coming in hot. He's my Roll Tide and yours. Your snuggly champion of Transformers on the Hasbro side, the one, the only, Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
I thought he was going to say Greg, definitely. Damn.
No, you're my snuggly champion of justice.
Whenever Oscar says Matt Baldwin, I mean, it may be intentional, but I get the Kim Jong-il from Team America. Alec Baldwin.
Matthew Baldwin. He and I both know what being really rolly is. I'm sorry.
I think that's Tara's voice.
Tara. Hello, Matthew. Would you like to review more Transformers for me? I ship them to you in Anthrax box. Yeah. How you doing, Matthew? Doing good tonight, buddy?
How are y'all? I'm very good, man. Thank you.
Oh, that is great, buddy. Hey, shout out to Matthew's wife who started a YouTube channel. First, like I said, first episode we were talking before the show, really insightful. I'm looking forward to actually hearing about this stuff from someone who's licensed to talk about it compared to some jerk off who reads a entry or two on Wikipedia.
Hey, you like my videos.
I lied. And speaking of lie, this person will never lie to you. He will look you in the eye, run his hands through your hair, smell your neck, and say, "You smell like victory." That's Greg for Mercy. Oh my God.
Hey, Robert.
You smell like mercy.
Hey, Robert.
Yes.
Will you tell the listeners I'm talking to them right now?
Greg's not talking to you people right now. Yeah, I said you
What do you
people.
mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
I'm sorry, but Greg is unavailable to speak at the moment. I'm his representation, so you can speak to me, and I will speak on his behalf. Anything I have to say, you might as well take it as a statement from him.
Okay, well then, we'll be moving on. Speaking of representation, this guy is very quick to stand up. He is I think he's a pretty great person, named after, of course, the name of Roberto in Spanish, which translates to Stephen, which we all know translates to Robert D in German. It's Robert D.
Hello, everyone. How are we this fine late Thursday night, Friday morning?
It's a good day.
It is a good day.
Very good day. It was a little nippy here in Florida, but I got lucky and had to stand in front of a barrel fire all night.
That's good.
Well, most all night, all day. I got kicked out of my house because I'm a loser.
Wait, so it hit like 30 degrees, so you had to make a barrel fire?
Well, at work we have a bunch of like discarded
in your
pallets.
house.
Yeah, in my house, I have a bunch of discarded grocery pallets that I received truck parts on. So, I chopped them up and let's set them on fire on a random truck dealership's parking lot because that is America. Mark. Roll Tide.
Do you cover your plants with like bags or blankets or stuff?
We did our water pump because it's fucking. They send out notices like, don't forget to cover your water pumps if you have a well you pull your water from and let your faucets drip.
Do you wrap stockings and shit around your outside spigots?
Yes.
No, I'm dead serious. Like when out in the country, people use like shit like that. But
no, we don't use stockings. We use it's just blankets or like terry cloth and shit like that, just to give it.
Terry cloth.
Terry cloth.
Terry cloth. That's very good.
My plan is coming to fruition.
Everyone recognize so well. The Americans will put terry cloth on their spigots and then forever let it drip. But we do that. And then, mostly like back when I was a garbage man and I would drive past like these huge like orchards, and you would see like these farmers would cover a lot of their produce with it as well, with like these like tarps or blankets and stuff like that to prevent damage from freeze. But yeah, it's been cold and the natives are getting restless. Me, I just wear my sweater all day at work. That's the only difference between a cold day and a regular day. So, but speaking of regular, this other person is a hardcore BDSM champion of 2010-2011 until he finally settled down. He is the smartest.
They called him the Freak.
Mm-hmm. He is the smartest Transformer fan ever. Don't bother Googling it because you're just going to see his name. So just take our word for it. The one, the only, the engineer, T2RX6 Justin.
What is going on, everybody? Safe word for today is 5G.
It's ruining our minds. and of course, everyone knows that as we speak, Justin is looking at his own Git mask going, those were the days.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the days.
He's wearing it right now. It just has the zipper open.
That's right.
Safe word.
That's why I'm so quiet on the show. Everybody wonders, but it takes time to get the zipper undone,
Sometimes he forgets the safe word is keep going.
If you listen right before Justin speaks, every time you can hear a zipper.
Mm-hmm.
Like
just
no.
Just. There you go. He zipped up. He is ready to go. So yeah, anybody get anything, Greg?
Nope. Well, I got the chance to look at the DC McFarlane animated Superman, comic Superman, Harley Quinn, and animated Batman.
Okay.
They were at Target. They were hanging up on the pegs, so I took a look at them. But yeah, I didn't get anything.
Okay, Justin, did you get anything this week?
I did. I got the articulated icons, White Ninja and Modern Ninja, aka soon to be Storm Shadow. I mean, pretty much Storm Shadow out of the box minus the tattoo and the Cobra logo and the bare arms, and Snake Eyes without the like kind of night visor helmet. So
why does he have bare arms? Why does he have bare arms?
I don't know why.
Isn't he a human?
He was, but then there was that
so
one
fucking
time,
stupid. Jesus Christ.
You managed to be treasonous against Japan and America there with your knockoff GI Joes, your knockoff Storm Shadow.
When did that start again? What were you reviewing that like pissed the guy off? He was like, "I'm reporting you. You are reviewing knockoff."
The KO MP10. After having purchased both the Japanese version and the American version, and then I got that one to be like a $50 like beat it up, and you know what? The official Japanese one broke before the knockoff, so I don't know, what that says about the item.
We keep forgetting about the international crimes you commit just for the sake of viewership. Yeah. Matthew, Bubba.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Roll Tide. What'd you get this? Did you get anything this week?
Yeah, I got some stuff in. I got the Transcraft Mohican, also known as Mohawk.
I love that video too, dude. Oh my god.
Thank you.
I don't even like that character. I kind of want him.
It's a weird. I don't know. It's a weird character to first start off, especially with your first outing as a third-party company. But it's a really good and fun Transformer. You may not like the character, but it's still a cool little Transformer. So, I also picked up the X2 toys, the little Headmaster Starscream and Jetfire. I got Iron Factory's Exhaust and Cliff Jumper, the one-man army or something, one-man band or whatever. I got the New Age Coneheads and Thundercracker. And then I actually found stuff out in the wild. I picked up the G1 reissue Astro Train, and I got the Cyberverse Bumblebee. Trying those little things out.
Is this the deluxe one that has a bath piece with it now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the Build-A-Figure stuff. They got the little attachments for blast effects and everything, all that stuff. So
okay,
it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Is it good? Is it like we got hollowness in that or what?
No, well that's the big issue about it is the feel of the plastic. Like it's $20 for this, and it doesn't, and you can get a Siege Deluxe figure. It doesn't, the plastic feels a lot cheaper, but it's still, it has good articulation. It's got some decent paint on it. It does come with a Build-A-Figure, which I really don't care. I don't know much about the character because I don't watch the cartoon for it. But overall it's fine, but it doesn't feel right. Like it feels like it's a $12 toy. But they added all the other extra stuff to make it a $20 toy, So it just doesn't feel good as a deluxe from Siege or something like that. But it's still a fun figure, And he has no expression either. The facial, the facial expression is just really just like like he's staring into your soul kind of thing going on. So,
smother me, set me on fire.
Definitely one of those kill me kind of faces.
Kill me, I shouldn't exist. Why do I feel pain?
Yeah, I think it would have been better, like maybe around a $13, $15 toy, or $15, but it's $20. Yeah. But that's all I got right there.
Well, at least they try to put some sprinkles on that pile of shit and call it ice cream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is true. They're trying something different, but the plastic needs to be a little more. It's a little denser than what it is. So.
Wow. All right, Robert D, what'd you get this week?
I got.
Hemorrhoids?
I got the Magic Square streak, blue streak, and it is really beautiful, man. This is, in my opinion, it's the best one made yet. I think it's better than the New Age. It's size, articulation, just everything. The materials feel great. It doesn't feel crappy. It's nicely toleranced. I haven't transformed it yet. Chuck C made a good point. He got his like a week ago. It really is like the best blue streak out so far. Now, this Datsun mold's awesome. It's really well articulated, but the wings, right? They're supposed to have like a flared tip, so to speak, right? Just like the Seekers have a pointy wing tip. The Datsuns have like a point to it. And instead, they kind of just cut the end of the door at a slight angle, but they didn't give it a flare. So it is a little off-putting. Like, you can play with the angles of the wings and stuff, but I feel like because it comes out of the box with them just like straight up and flat in the back, it just makes it that much more highlighted to you. But then once you're playing with it and you angle them and you bend them back and stuff, you don't notice it so much. But I don't know why that's kind of like a necessary design cue with the character.
Mine was loose too. One of my doors was loose. Sorry.
Would you say they're better than the Iron Factory Datsun set they released? Like, well, the Cybertronian mode anyway.
They're different. They're just different. They're the same size. It's the same size as the Datsuns, the Iron Factory Datsuns. It's just I'm holding the Iron Factory one right now, and it still feels like brand new out of the box. It's so solid, just because of their materials and build. I don't know what Magic Square how it's going to hold up over time. There's a chance.
I thought the paint was kind of cheap a little bit too on the blue streak. A little that blue on the window was kind of.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I mean, I like the figure. It's really good. Like you said,
it's like kind of a weird electric blue or kind of royal blue. It doesn't really look like glass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should have gone paler, right?
It kind of looks like in Karma looks like somebody like it's a sheet of nail polish, like clear nail polish over it. Kind of feel to it.
Interesting choice. Yeah, it's very dark. Maybe
I like the slenderness. The New Age one is kind of short and chunky, but this one's got like a little taller and slender kind of feel to it. So
yeah, it's nicely proportioned. It really is nicely proportioned, nicely articulated, and I just love the engineering on these. Because they're not all ball joints. Like, I really like New Age too. And the one gripe I have about New Age is just their use of like ball joints and stuff. And I just like how this one has ball jointed shoulders, though. To be fair, you know,
Yeah, you
this
can't
has,
see them really that well.
right. You just can't see it so well, you know. So I don't know, but this is nice. It's nice to see a nice Datsun set. That's G1. I also got. Let's see.
Say it.
I got Magic Square Reflector.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it is sick. It is excellent. Like they are really nicely. They're really little, man, and they are really well articulated and nicely sculpted. I mean, they're just nice. Unfortunately, and this is just a QC thing. I wouldn't knock the company for it, but one of them, like their heels are really nicely articulated, but you know they're on these like sliding pin joints, and one of the pins wasn't in the leg, so you could just slide the leg out if you want. So I'm sending it to Dr. T2 to insert a pin for me. He gladly said he'd do it because it's just really nice. It's a very, very nice G1 reflector set. That's going to be hard to top. Just like the New Age Seekers are almost impossible to beat, I think this reflector is almost impossible to beat. It's so good. It's so little and subtle with the articulation. It's awesome. And I got the Magic Square Seekers. And nice. They are pretty bad. They're crappy. This is, I think, the worst thing Magic Square has ever released. It really is.
Really?
They don't scale right. They're like Legends Plus, and that's not the scale I go with. I don't think they're in scale with the rest of the Magic Square stuff. And the materials feel extra weak and extra floppy, and the tolerances really aren't so good. Like you can move his arm up all the way, but then like his side flap comes out, or like just while you're like playing with him, like his, what do you call those? I guess intakes. The intakes, his shoulder intakes. Mm-hmm. They flop back, like they're on pins, and they just flop back on you. You know, and you can tell like they kind of just reworked the DX9 Seeker mold. Like it still has like the back of it looks very similar to the DX9 Seekers because this company, I guess, is DX9. So they really kind of phoned it in, and it does seem so. And they don't hold a candle to New Age. New Age wins that hands down.
So you're saying the Magic Square you think is DX9?
Yeah, that's what they have. The DX9 engineering. Huh. They borrowed like DX. You look at the back of the DX9 and the back of Magic Square, and they look the same.
Well, that Magic Square has the boxes that have DX9 on them. They're usually, always together. Sometimes in a picture or something like that.
Yeah, because hasn't it always been New Age kind of pictured with DX9 stuff?
No, I think it was Magic Square.
No, the New Age B was pictured with Dutch.
Was it? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Magic Square wasn't. Oh.
So maybe it's the same. I don't know. I don't know at this point, but it's really
It's
weird.
not the same designer because they have there's some feud going on between the two.
Yeah, I really don't get it. But if you look at the back, I'm trying to find where my
Magic Square has only one designer, I think.
Yeah, they have one. That's the word on the street. I'm just trying to find my Let me see here. I'll take a picture of the back of Skywarp, because the DX9 I still like, but the New Age is another level.
Yeah, the DX9 Seekers were really good in alt mode. They looked really straight G1 in alt mode. The bot mode was the one that suffered for DX9.
I like their bot mode too, though. I never hated it. I thought it was pretty good. I don't think these are better. I think if you ask me, do I like the DX9 ones more, the Magic Square, I would say DX9. Their tolerance better, so it figures I like them more. I'll take a picture of, I guess Skywarp. She's handy. Hold on, honey, take more bubble wrap and go. She's just like,
no, I don't want your bubble wrap. Oh,
not you. God, they're just like weird, like the parts. It's just odd, and I don't know. It's just they clearly rushed this, and that was the word on the street that they rushed it. It doesn't look good, and it's like it comes in the packaging. It's not like a kind of Fans Toys mistransformation. Like they look just like somebody tried to kill this guy. Like this is. I'll take a picture. This is how Skywarp came out of the packaging, and I can't get him together. So I'm gonna have to play with it to figure it out. But I'll take a picture. This is how this guy comes in the packaging. Our viewers will not be able to see this, obviously. Wait, that's the wrong chat. I was just about to send that to the wrong chat. Look at this. Is how this guy comes. Look at this Skywarp. And I can't just push that in. It's toleranced so poorly. And they lift his arm up and his side comes out. Really weird. But that being said, do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
You see it's just like off and open, but that's tight. You can't just push it in.
Weird.
We'll see.
It looks like he got a lazy eye or something.
It feels like he's got a lazy eye. And let's see
Like
here.
it lifts lazily to the left.
Let's take a picture of the back of the Magic Square and the DX9, and you will see the similarities. If I can turn back time. Okay.
Waiting.
On the left is the DX9, the right is the Magic Square.
Why is there so much bigger?
That is one very big Magic Square. Jesus.
Yeah, they're big. Let me stand them up next to Prime. There's Golden Prime, Golden Ragoon, maybe Golden Rangoon, Crab Rangoon. I don't know, but the proportions don't look. I guess he does. It's not the height necessarily, but the size of his parts just don't look right. I don't know. Something's off, and he doesn't even stand that well. Hey, it looks like someone tried. Looks like a shark tried to tear this guy's guts out. But here he is next to Prime. Let's get the flash on. Oh, there's no flare. No flash.
Are you gonna put it on your laptop?
My laptop. I'm just gonna.
Your frap top.
Oh God, it looks like shit. Like it looks horrible. Look at him.
What's that? Is that the Magic Square?
That's Magic Square Golden Lagoon Prime.
No. The very first picture, the one you're holding him with your penis in the background.
That's the Magic Square.
That's a very IDW looking face.
Me. What about that abdomen?
The abdomen.
Yeah, it don't look so good.
Does that not
New
tab in?
Age I don't know. I'm pushing it and it ain't moving. Pushing it, it ain't moving.
All right, got anything else, man? God damn, we're taking 33 minutes to get through this shit, man. Let's go.
Roll Tide.
Matt's like, don't you talk about Magic Square?
No, I don't care if we're talking about Magic Square, but he's just, I mean, he really, we're doing a show and he's, giving us pictures that nobody can see and nobody cares.
I care. I'm looking at him right now.
What a jerk. What a jerk.
I'm actually picking apart his, hey, can you take a picture of that Torn that's behind the Prime?
I can't. Matthew said I can't. I gotta move on.
Is that Magic Square Tarn?
I wish.
Is that Siege Tarn?
Siege Tarn. Oh my God! Do you want to take a picture of it, Matt? Do you want a picture of the Tarn? No, I gotta put the Skywarp away. I also got the what else did I get? I got the Streak. I got the Golden Lagoon Prime finally came in. I got the Seekers. I got the Reflector. And I got Flame Toys Optimus Prime.
Yay!
And that's like just mind-blowingly nice. I mean,
gorgeous looking is what that is.
Yeah, like
fucking gorgeous looking.
I had my legal assistant who knows nothing about any of this stuff. I was like, come here. Ready? I'm gonna open this box and I want you to just smell the air. He was like,
good smell.
He was like, is that paint?
You're like lead paint, my friend.
I'm like,
delicious, fresh lead paint.
That's China.
Man, if you did that to me and I was your employee, I'd be like, so where's my fucking raise? You giant fucking man-child. Like, look, this thing costs $450 and it doesn't even transform.
That's what he said. He goes, does it transform?
He's like, so about that raise you promised me 3 years ago.
And I was like, you're going to need it. I just gassed you at cheap Chinese plastic fumes. Welcome to cancer.
Now I can take your case.
Your penis, assistant.
Your hair's going to fall out tomorrow, sucker.
You look like you're going through chemo, but you're not because you're fucking dying.
Hey, look, that's a question actually. That's a question I want to answer for. So if your assistant, your legal assistant, gets cancer from your third party Chinese paint, would you take his case?
No.
Would you be the one to sue Flame Toys?
No.
Yeah.
I would sue him. I would sue him.
I'll take the case.
I had to get on the phone real quick, and I was like, Terror, the plan is in effect. I got a capitalist to inhale the fumes.
I can't talk right now, Robert. I'm so very.
Is that how that coronavirus is spreading? Is it Flames Toys Optimus Prime?
Robert, is that all you got this week so far?
That is all I got this week. It's a good week. It's a good week. I'm very happy.
Here's what I got this week. Nothing.
Hey, Oscar.
Oscar.
I did not get a goddamn thing, so because I'm broke, bitch. That's why. And but I did pay mommy's power bill because fucking damn it. But anyway, moving on to our first bit of third-party news. Flames Toys G1 Optimus Prime model tilt.
That's not really third party though. That's official.
There's tit.
There's tit on here, yeah.
Somebody changed it then.
The Flames Toys should have been put down official.
That's where it was, and all I did was change it so the link worked.
It's fine. We're just roll with it. It's fine.
Just roll with it. God damn.
Roll tide with it, Matthew.
As Robert has pointed out, Flames Toys isn't really sure if they want to be official or not because of their customer service. So
clearly, yeah.
Man, he's got a thrust on. He's got a thrust on him too. Again, they all got thrust.
Yeah, but that's not how they always stand. You could stand them without the crotch thrust.
No, you had to stand them with the crotch. You had to stand with the crotch thrust out like that.
No, God.
You're not doing it right. You're not doing it right if you don't.
Damn it, Matthew, you're a fool.
No, that's how I display mine with the thrust out.
Oh, you dirty bitch.
So which one is this an IDW or is this just G1?
This is G1 design model kit, which I absolutely, it reminds me a lot of the Rebel Tech, to be honest. And Bobby reviewed it, and I made a comment on there, like, because I was in on the Rebel Tech. I was going to start saving for it. But then I saw the announcement for this to come out, and it's a lot of fun building these. I forgot the kid's name. This guy was like commenting, well, they sell them assembled, right? And I was like, God damn it, you son of a bitch. But then, he listens to the show. He's like, I'm just razzing your man. But, me and someone else made the point that it's just fun to put them together. And this honestly looks a lot of fun, and it looks really good to me anyway.
So I'm actually well articulated. Fucking A, dude.
Let me ask you this: since you have these model kits, do they hold together, or are they like typical Gundam that kind of fall apart on your shelf?
Nope. The IDW Nemesis and regular Optimus Prime, those hold together lovely. The Megatron holds together fine. Now the Drift, I'll sit there and tell you outright, he's kind of finicky because he has like those two sword sheaths on his hip and then the one in the back. So if you put it in right, you have nothing to worry about. But if you're trying to move him a certain way, you're probably going to nudge one of those bad boys loose.
Yeah, but those are removable parts. I mean, if you ever do I did a lot of like what are the smaller Gundams? Are those the high grade?
Yeah, high grades.
Yeah, the 144 scale. Yeah.
Like you just have them standing on a shelf, and like you come back the next day, and there's parts of them are all like littering the shelf top, like they're just shedding.
Well, that's what happens when you store your Gundam collection in a trash bag.
Well, you can also glue the pieces too. They tell you in the instructions that you can glue certain areas, and so they won't pop off and everything. So this looks really good. I wouldn't mind being in this one. It's really well articulated and it looks. I think Sean Lowe could paint it up really nice.
Oh, he's going to.
When they put the glue in the instructions, that means to put it on the model. Because I was sniffing. I thought that was like a break. I thought it was like a recreational break.
To assist you in the assembly process.
Well, like they like the first Optimus Prime model they released model kit was that attack mode Optimus Prime one, which I wasn't a big fan of. But now they did a Nemesis Prime in that same mold, which I'm probably not going to bother jumping on if I see him, unless he's like $25. So But either way, I'm really excited about this. I feel like it jumped out of the screen. You know, not really sure why they need to have a whole Matrix gimmick on this. I think that gimmick's been done to death.
Yeah. I agree, man.
Look at that thrust when he's opening it up, man. That is sexy.
Look at the way he's gyrating his hips, Mr. Hyde.
He's like, look at my Matrix. Fooled ya. Boing.
Look at my boner.
Look at my painter.
All are one on this dick. So, it looks good. Really want this. Really good. It's got to be taller than the Revel Tech anyway. So, I think it's going to be a wise investment. If you're an Optimus Prime fan, you'll probably pick this up and still fucking complain about him. But I'm looking forward to it coming out.
Me too.
And moving on after that is Flame Toys, Devastator in hand. I'm not saying no.
Cock in hand.
Fucking asshole. Here's another set I really want in on because this looks like it's fun, and he's got to be taller than the other model kits, obviously. But
really
of course
stylized, huh?
Very, yeah. He's got the old crotch thrust there that Matt likes.
Oh, yeah.
So he sits at about
centimeters.
18, about 18, 20 centimeters at the tip of tower there that Scavenger has. But he's about 18 centimeters. It looks cool. I really like it.
Yeah, it does too. Looks like a fun build.
Yep.
I like the way they incorporated Scavenger's scoop. That's Scavenger. No, Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher's scoop to be like a glove from the punch with, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Picture
cool
8.
idea.
Picture 8.
That's just cool. I never thought of that. That's just really cool. Did they do that in the comics? Would he punch with that?
I never saw anything like that before.
That's a cool idea. I like that, man.
What's making me sing the praises on this again for these model kits is the aesthetics of them. Devastator looks very imposing. You know, like he looks like he could. He's obviously not going to be a hefty model kit, but he looks like he would weigh a good amount. So I'm looking forward to this being released. I am.
Yeah, this is just one of the versions of the character I just don't care for at all. I just don't like the proportions or anything like that.
Hey, fuck you.
I mean, it's fine.
How's that sound? Sound of a bitch.
Yeah, I like the variety.
My fucking feelings.
It's not for me, but I like seeing variety like this. I love seeing good variety. It's like companies tackling different things, aesthetics. People are going to enjoy this, I think. And even though I'm not getting it, it's good to see like it's not everybody doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me really happy for some reason.
It's not like, okay, well, here's a cel-shaded version of the Toy World Devastator. Here's the dirty version of the Toy World Devastator.
Here's the dirty cel-shaded version
of the Toy World Devastator. This is Toy World Devastator. We have different versions. Here's the McDonald's Happy Meal version of the Toy World Devastator.
Man, you salty.
Here is the salty? Pizza Hut version of the Toy World. I am so salty. I'm sorry. My sodium levels are through the roof.
Here is the taco truck version
of the Toy World Devastator with special cell shading from that one Christmas episode in the G1 cartoon series where Alpha Bravo saved the Aerobots from cocaine.
He did?
Yeah, I don't think that happened.
No, I don't.
No, I think they OD'd. I don't think he saved anybody.
Well, this one's for you, Hendrix.
Hey, Robert, you got any pictures of Alpha Bravo you want to share in the chat?
Oh, I wish I did.
Shut up, bitch. Up next, Matthew. I think you will like this one. For everyone who owns... No, you're right. Shockwave Load Blaster Kit for Studio Series. Shockwave. The Shockwave Lab LED. Looks pretty neat, man. Like, I don't have a Studio Series Shockwave. I haven't even seen it out here yet, but This looks pretty cool. I know you reviewed it, Matthew. Think that figure's worth the investment?
Yeah, I liked it. It's really good. Especially, it's one of my favorite studio series, man. It's got a lot of detail, a lot of paint, a lot of dry brushing and stuff, and articulation's pretty good. So yeah, I guess you could take apart his arm. It only has 2 screws, and you replace it with a inner blaster parts or something. That looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not probably gonna get it, but it's cool if you want that kind of effect for it. But it is a really good figure.
Yep, that
figures.
Figures.
That looks neat. That looks surprisingly real.
So this is basically a just a gun, and it has just the LED built in. Is that what they're doing here?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a nightlight. Yay.
Wake me up when they make a tentacle monster.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in my review. I was like, it'd be pretty cool if a third party does make some tentacles or whatever, that little thing he's riding. That would have been pretty cool. But this is a cheap little thing. Shockwave's Lab's pretty good. I do a lot of their what's new in Transformers. I mention them a lot because they make some pretty cool little add-on kits for Siege stuff and everything.
Well, they've been doing stuff for a while because I have the hand upgrade kit for my Titans Returns Sky Shadow.
Okay, yeah, they've been a while. Yeah, they've been around for a while. Pretty cool stuff.
And coming up, things that look pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired of talking about this character every time, but looks like Generation Toys is doing their Red Bull crap. I can't believe I said murdered that ruinedly. But they're the T-Beast Sideswipe.
Yeah, we saw this a while back. It's been a minute.
We saw prototype images. There's finally colored images and everything.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm glad they're still around. Generation Toy's pretty good. I like a lot of their stuff. They need to finish off that Defensor too. I need that hot spot so I can form my Defensor.
Is this gonna scale with Toy World Devastator?
I hope so.
I don't know. I mean,
is it going to scale very well with the Toy World in between jobs Devastator? Is this going to scale with the bid all night drinking? So now I'm exhausted because I haven't slept yet. Cell shaded Devastator from Toy World.
Casual Friday Devastator.
He's got a Hawaiian shirt on with some sandals.
How will this scale next to the Christmas sweater Toy World Devastator set coming out in February?
This looks good. It's just, it feels like, obviously it's a design that's a few years old, and it's like that Prime. That Primal that came out was great, but
I think it's too late, man.
Ancestrad was DX9, so
yeah.
I did not like Ancestrad at all. Maybe this
really?
is cool, but I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it one bit.
Yeah,
I missed out on that guy.
To me, I know some people are into it, but to me, it's not my thing. So I don't really want the G1 characters in animal form. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, you hate America.
Okay.
God damn, man, Roll Tide.
I like how he's got little horns on his head. That's pretty sweet.
That
is thing. I don't get it. I'm gonna get it, man. It looks pretty cool. I'm gonna try.
I honestly think it's a little too late. I mean, they had a lot of buzz when it first came out. Like, man, it was the last time I was on a goddamn show.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, hey, years later, we finally decided to finish this.
I'm surprised they've kept this name for so long. They've been Generation Toys since TFCon Charlotte.
13 years.
The first one. Usually they change names with each release.
I like it, but I just don't know if I have room for it. I like the idea, but I just don't. I don't have room for it.
Knockoff Tantrum.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe it's that.
I
wish Fans Toys would make this.
Yeah, then I'd get it.
I bet those horns aren't even diecast.
Probably not.
I wish Flames
look at that. Look at that cannon. Look at that armature. Who made this? Hasbro. Crap, Cara.
Look at that. You call that fucking detail?
Is that what they're calling them on the Facebook groups? No.
I don't know. Did you get this from TF shits?
Yeah. BBSTS.
STD.
Get out of my grave.
BBD's nuts.
Yeah.
Did you get it from Roblo Toy Base?
Did you get it from the Chosen Chode? God.
The Chodish Chime.
The Chodish Chime. Did you get that from... Oh, man.
Did you get it from Terry's Wong?
That was stupid.
Yeah.
Get it from Professor X Collectibles and Uselessness.
Tara Poontang Zhang.
It's always the most creative Transformers fans that talk the most shit about everything.
Well, you know, if they were able to design a figure, they would totally make the best figure that no one would ever complain about.
That is true.
And it would be $20 at your local Walmart.
Oh yeah, hashtag Roll Tide.
It'd be $20. It'd be 4 feet tall.
Everybody would love it. It has so much paint on it. It has articulation out the ass. It would be so good.
Armada Vsauce.
It'd be painted by Stephen Pollock.
Bob Ross would come up from the grave and paint it for us.
Speaking of Bob Ross, this is gonna make some people happy. What is this? BMOG? Question mark.
BMOG.
Yeah, like I didn't really know what it was. I'm just going by the name of the page that shared it.
What the fuck is that? Is that the Ghostbuster thing?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a
trap in a
EKG meter. Am I saying that
PKE
right?
meter.
PKE. EKG. Is totally
EKGs. Wow.
For your
I'm
heart.
sorry.
Oh, that's cool. I guess. Oh, it could go with your the crossover from your
little Ectotron. I'm fine with that. I think that's a cool little something.
And you guys ever get that one before? The what's his name?
Ecto?
Yeah. Yeah. You got it. Is he good at all or what?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's basically a I mean, like you can't deny the fact that he's just a retooled hotspot. But overall, it's a good toy. I mean, it looks really good. It's really
I like
good
the
as
alt
Ecto
mode.
one.
I love the alt mode. That's mine. I left mine in alt mode in the box.
That's probably the best way to do it. It is like the legs, because it's a retooled hotspot. Like the legs definitely could use some work. Like they're
like Combiner Wars hotspot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Justin,
I think it's trash as a bot mode, but alt mode is beautiful. I love it in the box. It looks really nice. I really wish I didn't open it, but once you transform them, it's like you can, like Justin said, you can tell it's Combiner Wars. And it's just like
but the Ecto one is like amazing. It's probably one of the best
the alt
modes on a Transformer for a while. Like really good attention to detail.
Yeah.
I remember the big buzz about him when he was released, but I'm just not that much of a Ghostbusters fan, at all whatsoever. But here's something that caught my eye by the illustrious X-Transbots, Dr. Egg.
Dr. Egg.
Dr. Egg looks pretty cool. I like what they're doing so far.
You think Churry's gonna have Dr. Egg?
Oh yeah, he will. Definitely.
Dr. Egg.
God damn it.
Was that right?
You buy one face, you get 4 faces for free.
Yeah. It looks pretty good. It's gonna be a big old fella, a little big old egg. We saw some I think last year's TFCon we saw some prototypes of it.
The face sculpts on this are fucking nailing it. I love this.
If this looks as good as it's looking right now, like I'm definitely in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a Quintesson somewhere. Energy on one, and it's not just it's not doing the justice.
They should have named it Dr. Egg Drop.
Oh, that's racist.
And they could have named the other one's Mr. Wonton and.
The name of my local Chinese restaurant is actually Mr. Wonton.
Oh really?
It's in Brooklyn.
Is there an actual
Chinese
Mr. Wonton?
Yeah, it's the restaurant's called Mr. Wonton.
No, I mean it's the guy. Is there an actual Mr. Wonton though?
No,
Mr. Wonton.
Is it the best Chinese place in Brooklyn?
No. I think a good one's Red Hot. Red Hot 2 is pretty good.
Red Hot.
You know, we have
candy.
We have a place here in Florida called the Walk and Roll.
Damn right you do.
That's like Panda Express.
Florida.
Yeah, Walk and Roll. That's a pretty reused name. And Main Moon site.
Yeah, but this one, when you go in it, they're like, they go, "Oh, welcome to Walk and Roll. You ready to walk?" And I'm just like, "You want me to leave? I don't." Oh, order. Yeah, I'm ready to walk. Yes, let's do this.
Let's do this.
When I lived in Raleigh years ago, this is like 20 years ago, there was a place on the second floor of a strip mall called Walk and Roll Buffet. And yeah, I just remember that. I hadn't thought about that place in 20 years.
Hey, Matt,
Sorry.
let me ask you a question. Matt,
what?
When you transform the Datsun into alt mode, is there a gap between the windshield and the hood?
Yeah, you can move it.
Move what?
Oh, a little gap? I'd have to look again. I don't know. I don't remember. There might have been. I don't know.
It's a fucking gap. I'm not liking that.
That's for putting PP in.
Coke.
So this next one has me intrigued. My past third-party purchases have been the X-Transbot Stunticon set. Rest in peace. They're gone now, unfortunately. But X-Transbot's Lock, L-O-C-K-E, Locky, or Cup. This looks really nice, and yes, the colors are not final. I really like this design for some reason. It just works for me, just like their skids worked for me when they did them.
He kind of looks young, like a teenage Cup.
Experience lab.
I don't like this one either. Sorry, Oscar.
God damn it.
Yeah, you're
gonna have to edit yourself out of saying that, Justin. Unacceptable.
Can't do it.
No,
Be true to myself.
Just edit out your apology.
I'm the host. Robert, you're my lawyer. Make him do it. Make him.
Poke him with a stick. You do it.
I'm gonna poke him with a stick.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm feeling this one either.
Yeah, the shoulders. It looks so broad. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It does not look like Cup from the cartoon at all to me.
I got my Fans Toys one. I hate to say it, but I can't really see anybody doing a better Cup than.
Yeah, I had to go with Fans Toys also.
It just seems closer to the Toy World.
Ooh, you take that back.
No, it just seems like it's taking cues from it. That's all. It looks like if the Toy World and the Fans Toys had a kid, this is it.
This picture with Hot Rod, he looks like trash. Like Justin said, the shoulders.
It doesn't look like trash.
The shoulders look way too out of. I mean, he's broad, like really broad shoulders.
You hear that? It looks kind of chuggy.
Every turn. Ooh.
Maybe it's the paint. Maybe it's the
Ooh.
Maybe it's just the finish. You don't know.
It's not final as far as paint, but that is really shiny paint.
Okay, because look at the photo.
You know what's final? My feelings being hurt.
Look, you have a photo of somebody posted a photo in this Fans Toys Cup, and in the photo, Fans Toys Cup does not look so good, but in real life, it looks good. So.
Yeah, you remember that scene in the cartoon where Cup had that huge line going down in front of his fucking chest? Yeah, how's that so?
Aww.
Yeah, I still don't like it. Like the problem I have with it is the parts that hang off the side. They're just too big. Like they're kind of like the arches for the wheel wells. It doesn't look right.
Where in all mode or bot mode?
Bot mode.
His hip skirts?
The parts that
the
hang
shoulder
off
parts.
The chest are not hip skirts.
I'm so road read.
Okay. Yes.
I'm so road read.
Nobody else likes this transport cup but me. I'm sorry.
I like G1 Cup. That was a good toy.
Your face is a toy.
Did you tell Mom?
Yeah, Oscar, did you tell Mom that no one likes Cup?
Celia's telling on Scarlett. Oh, thank you for knocking that over. Here, you can just take my phone. Rub it in Scarlett's face. Go. Not literally. It's a figure of speech. Just go
Ron
yan,
Snitch.
Speaking of rubbing stuff in people's face, this post, I love posts like this because this, like, you know, if someone's looking for this stuff, it's like, nah, I found it first. The Cybertron Earthrise Micromasters have hit U.S. retail.
Yay!
I know it's been like this for a while, but I just feel so disappointed to see $10 for the 2 Micromasters. Like, still relish the old days when a deluxe was $10.
Yeah, they should be like $6.
They should be free.
Well, they can be if you just walk out of the store with them.
Nah.
You mean run out of the store?
Well, I'm not running anywhere, but you know.
How big are these guys? How big are they?
Yeah, Matt just walks out of the store. It's like, charge it to my street cred.
At best, Robert, they are probably like the new age jazz in overall size.
Penis size.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Yeah, these are small. Yeah, they're Micromasters. Yeah, they're the
not
smallest.
bad when you consider the fact that they're nowhere as well built as jazz. Like, I had the whatever the one with the fire truck and the police car were, and like they are bad. Like,
I tried these out. I bought the I was hunting really hard for the Tooth Stealth Jets. Remember that set from Siege? And those are okay, like Whisper and Windbreak, whatever the fuck their names were. But I did end up buying Flak and the guy that came with them, which is, I'm looking at it now, it's freaking, they recolored them into, who the hell are these people?
Firetwalk.
Firetwalk. I don't know how to, I can't read these names, but Bomb Shock and Growl. That's basic repaints from the freaking Siege line. So I'm not like I put this in the notes because it's like, hey, Earthrise coming out in stores, and you know, when there's only like 2 figures out of the first, like maybe 3 figures out of that first wave I want to get my hands on. So,
hey Oscar, just for future reference, I appreciate you doing that, but usually we only put like listings like this in when they're found in Czechoslovakia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to our Czech listeners.
Yeah.
I heard we're big in Herzegovina.
This was a thing that happened. So yeah, I mean, Earthrise is starting to come out. Some stores will have them before others, probably out there in California first. And then they'll post them on the groups for like $10 above retail, and they'll call it shipping price, but it's not. So yeah. You got a little bit of Earthrise coming out there in U.S. retail stores. But here's my favorite little installment is G1 Soundtrack for Soundtrack Saturdays. The newest inclusion from Hasbro Studios Music. And this is under Transformers official YouTube page. So it's got some good stuff on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you ever want to relive the old instrumentals they used during episodes, this is definitely this. I believe it's just Transformers official on YouTube. They got it all up there. I think they have G.I. Joe shit too. So I was checking
That was a sample.
I'm gonna play it now, so you can shut up.
And there goes our copyrights.
There we go. Let's let it play a little more.
Not that we actually can go ahead and monetize our YouTube anymore.
Oscar, you did it again. I was like, wow, the speaker sounds great. And then I stopped it and it was still playing. And I was like, what? We hit it at the same time.
So, yeah, it's I I think it's nice, if you ever want, there's websites you could go to and download these things and as an MP3. No.
Oh.
Not like YouPorn.
No, hey.
Yeah.
So, Prowl, put him in your blue streak. Tell me if you've got a problem getting that hood down. Man, do it.
What?
Transform your blue streak.
I'll do it later.
Now!
God, I have to transform a toy.
It's in the other room. I don't have it with me.
I love Transformers, but
Transform your toy.
So
God,
Justin,
I'm gonna turn this podcast around, and no one's getting fucking Dairy Queen.
Justin.
Yes, sir.
Our discussion, you brought it up, the switch to 5G and its effect on the consumer. You want to explain that statement?
No. I just
Why
wanted
not?
to continue our cell phone talk from 2 weeks ago.
Oh, God damn it, you're a fucking asshole. So the funny thing is, my YouTube, the algorithm must hate me because there's times I'll watch like a true crime documentary, right? Or, Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. Or I'll watch like conspiracy videos about how 5G is making people mentally ill in inner city areas where they're testing it out, like in Orlando, for example. I just thought, and then there's Marvel Comics is doing like a 5G type of. I don't fucking understand this shit, but.
I did watch. Did y'all watch? Have y'all seen? There's a thing on Netflix called "Don't Fuck with the Cats" or something. Don't.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. You are talking about
internet.
Lucas Magnotta, the man who posted numerous videos on LiveLeak.com about him killing cats. He put kittens. He would put kittens in a bag and then with a vacuum cleaner suck all the air out, killing them immensely.
But he killed a human being too, though.
He did. He killed. He uploaded a video called "One Lunatic, One Ice Pick," where he filmed himself rapidly stabbing a young man. I forget his name, and then eating some of him on video.
He ate him? I didn't. He didn't say
parts
that.
He ate parts of him. In Canada, he was because this all happened in Canada, and then
in
he actually sent. I believe he sent. I think it's a foot to police or something like that.
They didn't say this. They didn't say this in the thing.
They don't get too descriptive about what he did in that documentary. I watched a few on him already. He did tease police by sending him a body part, I believe. I might be fucking wrong because I watched so many of those damn things. But Lucas Magnotta, you don't forget a name like that, especially when he was more known for what he did to those cats and how that.
Yeah, that's what it all started was people trying to. Then I watched also the documentary about Aaron Hernandez, the guy that plays football.
I watched the first part of that.
I need to check that
too.
I haven't checked that one out.
It was really good. I forgot he killed himself too. Lisa actually, my wife, she actually had to tell me, yeah, he killed himself. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, he killed himself in like a.
What did he do?
He murdered. He killed. He actually killed a couple of people. He was a tight end for the New England Patriots. And
so what didn't he do?
He killed his sister's boyfriend. And then he was also he got off on killing 2 other people.
Yeah.
He was.
I don't like. Yeah, the evidence is pretty strong that it was him, but like, there were I guess 2 other people in the car that could have been them or something.
Yeah, he had a good lawyer. He had a good lawyer for that. He'd already been convicted for killing the other guy, so this was another trial. So, but he got off on the other 2 because he had a really good lawyer too. But it was really good. I mean, it was really sad, what he went through and everything, but it still didn't, justify him killing somebody. But it's really good. It's a good take. I think people should watch it. It's really.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, that I need to check out. I watched the Don't Fuck with Cats on Netflix because I knew it was going to be about Lucas Magnotta, and I mean there are several bits where like he suffered from like extreme narcissism.
Yeah.
Not suffered. He was extremely narcissistic. Like there's such videos he took of himself that he would post onto YouTube or something like that.
Basic Instinct. That's where he got the idea. He was really into movies, and he actually did the Basic Instinct. You know, the scene where she's did the ice pick. That was that video. So he would try to Casablanca. He did a lot and everything. So that's how he got caught. He actually went to France, and it was because of Casablanca and everything. It was weird.
I mean, like, if you watch other other documentaries that delved into his psyche, you see things like where he's filming himself, but he's acting like there's someone else there. He's like, come on, stop filming me. Stop. I don't like being filmed. I just want to watch my shows.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let me film you. But it's really him just throwing his fucking voice. And, he's an interesting study,
Did you ever see The Circle? Justin, did you finish watching it?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't see the last episode.
Yeah.
What's The Circle?
It's just super trashy TV based on internet interactions and not actually seeing anyone or things like that.
It's like, a group of people are in like a hotel and they're not allowed to actually interact physically. They have to only interact through an app called The Circle. Mm-hmm. And it's like a game show thing. It's like, imagine like it's like Jersey Shore meets Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Damn.
I was Lisa was watching it and she's engrossed in it, and then after I was like, oh, come on, change this garbage, and then 15 minutes later I find myself like, oh my god, oh no, whoa, it's pretty funny.
Badell and I watched the first episode and we're like, this is trash, and then it ends on that little stupid cliffhanger. We're like, well, now we got to know who what they're gonna do, then we'll turn it off, and then we watched the whole thing. So
it's like I checked out The Witcher for the first time.
I didn't realize that was Superman.
That's Superman.
I like The Witcher. That's pretty good.
I like it too. At first, my wife was bitching because Henry Cavill talks like this throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
It's like babe, he sounds like he's doing a really bad Clint Eastwood, and I'm just like, oh, you'll get used to it. And next thing I know, we're 4 episodes in. She stopped bitching about that, and she's doing research on lore. She's like, wait, that's supposed to be Yennefer, but she's supposed to be really good looking. Why does she have a hump? I'm like, girl, I don't know. I never played the fucking video games.
Yeah,
no shit. So
actually,
I
played one for a little bit, and then it was forget what happened.
Bought Witcher 3 from GameStop, but then returned it the next day because I just knew I wasn't gonna play it.
Mm-hmm.
So said the hell with it. So I got my full refund on that, but.
I got to tell you, this Magic Square transformation of this Datsun, I figured it out. It was just where I had the head in alt mode. It's like a little masterpiece. I mean, don't you think so, Matthew?
Yeah, it's a good figure. I told you that.
It really is like a little.
If you would watch my review, you could have seen how good it was. But
I was going to say, Robert, Matt can't give you his opinion outside of his review, or he doesn't get his.
He doesn't give us. He doesn't repeat.
I don't get my money.
He doesn't get his money. That's
bitch better have my money.
I gotta say, the arm transformations like MP, and
the way that took me a little bit to how to transform, but it actually moves in 3 different spots and stuff that's pretty cool. Yeah.
The transformation is so ingenious. It's fucking cool. Wow. Hubba.
Legends, and I'm telling you, man, Legends is going to be the future, man. That's with New Age, the Seekers are just the transformation for those are excellent too.
All I have to say, this blue streak, he's built well. This doesn't feel like the materials of the build. Some of the other figures people complained about with those loose pieces. This feels great. It really does. In fact, some of it's a little too tight.
Hey. Speaking of people complaining about shit, we got a couple listener questions.
All right, let's go. NP Collector finally sent us one. Yay.
Yeah, it's about goddamn time.
It's a good movie.
About you, Mr. Collector.
It's a good movie, Matt. You should watch Brittany Runs a Marathon.
That's a series, isn't it?
No, it's a movie. It's on Netflix.
It's a movie.
It's really
It's on Amazon
inspiring.
Prime.
Is it Amazon or Netflix? Maybe it's
Amazon.
We got Amazon Prime too.
I just know it because it stars like the heavyset girl from the 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, whatever it's fucking called.
It really is an inspiring movie, and it's funny. It's really good. Brittany runs a marathon. It's about somebody who finds himself just really out of shape in a bad place in life, and the process you go through to try to change your life. And it's not just fucking fun, the setbacks and how to fight back from the setbacks. And, it's really a good movie. I really, really loved it. And Lisa actually ran the marathon several years ago. So she was like, yeah, like they really captured what it's like to run the actual marathon too. Like when people getting injured and people pissing themselves and when your body breaks down, and they actually do the route. It was pretty cool. Brittany runs a marathon.
All right, let's read questions.
All right. Okay. We'll read our first one from our good friend MP Collector. What is the genesis of Ask World? I wasn't watching SCU when it first premiered, and I realized it is likely that many already know the tale of World's arrival at SCU. If you wouldn't mind retelling the story, I'd love to hear it. He's a funny guy.
Funny looking.
What do you mean funny?
I don't remember what made me start doing that. I think we wanted to branch out at the time and be like different from other podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know I was doing my little Transformers Peacetime cartoon, which I stopped doing that, but I figured it wouldn't hurt because World doesn't have a mouth, so that was like a quarter of the time, almost like 3/4 of the time animating gone out the window because he doesn't have a mouth. But I just figured, because a lot of shows have like a lot of podcasts have segments like this where they answer questions from their viewers, but what's the point of people writing in questions if you're just going to be an outright dick and insult them? And at the time, IDW's the law More Than Meets the Eye was really hot, and World had the like attitude that I liked. I think I spoke to you, Greg, and I think it was Greg and Bobby I spoke to about throwing that up there. And started doing it.
Remember I commissioned an Ask World?
Yeah, during the GoFundMe, yeah.
Yeah, I still like being an outright dick to people when they ask questions.
We should still do that.
It was the Acid Storm
on the Facebook page.
That's the one that Robert commissioned. It took like 9. It was like that's still like my little magnum opus because that was like freaking 6-7 months worth of work.
I feel so bad about that.
No. I mean, it really, it just sucked because at the time I was working those obscene hours as a garbage man where I was waking up at like 3 a.m. And like I would try to get home as early as possible to do as much as I can, but at the same time I wasn't gonna like let me neglect my newlywed wife so I could just animate like Matt fighting a shitty Acid Storm. But it was, that was still.
Shut up! I'm animating Acid Storm.
I think my biggest problem with that episode was because every time I thought of something, because I think honestly, like I don't really write a lot of the Ask World. It's all ad lib. But when Matt interacted with Acid Storm, I wrote the biggest zinger of all, where he's like, "Oh man, this is great! It's like the first time a piece of shit's come to my house without me having to pay for it." I was like, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I wanted to, and it's like and when I did the fight scene, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have him fight in a field, then in space, then in a cliff, like in Dragon Ball Z, and then Matt could go Super Saiyan, and like Matt, you were like hardcore into the Hulk at the time. You had like all these Hulk figures.
Mm-hmm.
So like I remember doing some rough sketches of what Matt would look like as the fucking Hulk, and I was like, no, I'm gonna make him like a Transformer. And it'll be like KFC battle armor because Matt was like harping hard on KFC at the time too.
Was that?
Yeah, you were not a happy
remember that.
KFC. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You were harping on a bad every time they released something. What a piece of shit. Oh, man, that thing's a joke. Look at that thing. It was like their blaster or something like that. But I was like, oh, so that was fun to do. And when I came back to this podcast, we kind of, after doing like a couple of episodes with, these guys, I really wanted to start doing it again because, a lot of stuff has happened the last few years. So I'm more grateful for A, newfound patience, and B, just still being around. So, what?
I'm glad for that too. I'm glad
Oh.
you're still around too.
Thank you. So, I mean, it was just a lot of fun. Like, I did that last episode with the knockoff whirl.
That was fucking funny. I love it. I love it.
You know, fun fact: the dog dressed up as Ravage is based on my Shih Tzu, Maxwell. So
please stop.
Yeah, no, stop. That guy and I are friends on Facebook now. But
why don't you make out with him?
Maybe I will, Greg, and I'll send you a photo. All right.
Would be the first time.
You son of a bitch, fucking Ocala yard sale. But
I canceled the deposit on our apartment.
on our trailer that we could push with a mountain bike. But yeah, MP Collector, that was a really good present. Oh my god, that was a good question. I took it as a present, not a question. But yeah, so I'm currently working on the next episode. I've even toyed where if we were to do something like a Patreon, just $1 donations would get like a behind the scenes of how an episode is made. Which I think was I'm joking around. I'm joking with the notion of just recording myself working on an episode to show what that's like. I just don't have screen recording software that I could trust anymore. That's the problem. So if anyone knows of any programs, let me know in the comments below.
In the comments below.
In the comments below, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and give us 5 stars.
5 stars. And hashtag Roll Tide down there too.
Yeah, hashtag Roll Tide just for me and Matt, because that's our thing. Like, I caught Matt live streaming. I just wrote Roll Tide. He instantly smiled like a big baby. He was like, Roll Tide, man, Oscar, woo, let's do it. That was when you live streamed, you got the Last of the Mohican figure.
Yeah, Last of the Mohican, yeah.
Last of the Puerto Ricans.
Last of the Puerto Ricans.
Wow. That's
Jose bot.
It's not racist to say Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican's a real thing.
Why people can't say that stuff?
Yeah, man, Puerto Ricans are real. They just can't vote.
What?
Not even the ones that live in the Bronx, right, Hurricane?
Because they're all convicted felons that steal our women with their sadistic and sensual Hispanic.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. Yeah, that's a good live stream. I like doing that stuff.
We got one more question here.
Hey, champs. All right.
So we got one here. Hey, champs. Love your unhinged, barely sane, hiding in plain sight dysfunction, fellows. Did I miss
dickhead?
Did I miss you talking about the Zeta Metallic aerial bots? Would love to hear your thoughts on this move. With a couple of fans' toys jets circulating now, which are beautiful but flawed in my opinion, Metallic Paint addresses a major element of fans' toys' market advantage, but there's still build, sculpt, likeness, playability, and other factors. Interested in whether you think they're half as good at half the price, much better, or much worse. Dare I say, Robert usually has good things to say about the competitive moves and edging out third-party companies do. So yeah, I'm interested in a bunch of different views on this move. With so little MP news nowadays, please hit this over bad. Oh my God, the fuck is this guy serious? I'm gonna read this anyway. With so little MP news nowadays, please hit this over bad prayers in the wilderness like lemon squeezies, nemesis potato, or whatever the fuck it's called. Thanks, crew. Keep up the fan love no matter how slow that MP go. Luke Scrimble.
Yeah, so
Man,
I
shit
can't
like
really
this.
comment on this because I've never messed with the X-Transbots aerial bot or the Zeta Toys aerial bot.
Me neither.
So I don't
think
really.
anybody.
I don't really know. Like, I can't tell you if they're worth it or not. I believe from what I've heard, don't they have like they're not like the best sculpt work, right? Like.
Okay, yeah. The aerial bots. What else did Zeta do besides the aerial bots? Why am I brain farting?
The Bruticus.
Bruticus. They're different than Bruticus, right?
No, they're the same. What do you mean they're different than Bruticus? The bot modes suck. Well, the bot modes are all right.
Right, exactly. The bot modes on the
vehicle modes are all right, but like they're kind of bleh. Like they're not. They kind of suck, but once you get them all together, that's where the money is.
Yeah, the bot modes are really not that good. The alt modes are decent, but combined, it's spectacular. And I think the paint would, it's like, painting a turd, it's still going to be a turd. But as
it's
far as
like this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. But the metallic paint would help, I guess. I mean, make it look a little shinier and look a little better. But it's not going to fix the bot mode at all. And it'll look better also in alt mode, which will help it a lot. But combined, that's where it is. That's where the money is for the Zeta, especially on both sides with the aerial bots and the Bruticus or Combaticons. They're just combined. They're really good. Separately, they're just kind of meh. Their bot modes are really the weakest thing to them.
Look, I disagree to the to the severity of the level of bad, right? I think the bot modes on the Combaticons are pretty chunky, crappy. I think the aerial bot modes, if you're talking, pounds per punch, if you're getting something that's much cheaper, I think if that's really an important factor to you, I think you'd be happy with them. I think the alt modes on the Zeta are great. I don't think they're okay. I think they're great. They blew me away, every single one of them. And the transformations on the Zeta, they are fun to flip back and forth. I'm never
I thought
scared.
you said you would never mess with them.
The Zeta? No,
He was commenting on the fact that I said X Transbots first accidentally.
I said I never messed with an X Transbots aerial bot. Because there isn't one.
I got my hopes up for a second.
But they're fun to transform back and forth. You're not afraid of breaking them. They are light, but
they come broken out of the box, so you don't really have anything to be worried about.
Just the bots have wing kibble stuff, but I don't think you necessarily. It's not terrible. If it's for the price, it's good for the price.
And you can take a lot of the kibble off too, which is take it off, which is a strong point.
And because the bots are relatively light, they don't feel cheap. They just, they're light and look a little panel-y feeling, but still come together. And then in combined mode, there's not too much unnecessary weight on the joints. So combined mode is really good. But I mean, alt modes I think they're great. And that's just my opinion. And the bot modes is the weakest part, but they're not like shit. You could display them in bot mode, and it doesn't look terrible. It looks good, but look, compared to fans toys, that's just you're paying a lot more money, and you're getting, the next step up. I can't imagine. I'm afraid to play with my fans toys and transform back and forth. I'm not afraid, to do that with the Zeta because hey, if it breaks, it was cheap.
Yeah, I think my problem with the alt modes on the aerial bots is just like. The wings and stuff, they're really hinged because they fold away in modes, but they don't really lock for alt modes. So you're kind of dealing with like a lot of flappy. I don't know.
Isn't that how planes fly?
I thought so.
Yes.
But,
they flap their wings.
Yes.
Nah, it's pretty. I mean, honestly, if your big concern is, hey, am I getting ripped off if I get the Zeta? No.
Oh, no. Yeah. You're getting what you pay for.
Yeah. You'll be happy. I think you'll be happy. I think that was everybody's Superion, and then fans toys started releasing, and they're amazing. But you're certainly not. I think they have more of a playability factor than the fans toys, and maybe part of that's the price, and so you're not afraid necessarily to bang it around if you want to. But the transformations are pretty fun. They're pretty intuitive. I would say go get it. If you don't want to buy the fans toys, go get the Zeta and don't look back. You won't regret it. He'll have no regrets.
Yeah, I don't see why the fans toys just don't want to lose an opportunity to shit on fans toys. I don't see why their aerial bot limbs are $15 more a limb than the Sonicons, or like really any third-party combiner piece that you buy at like the typical market price.
Wait, which company now?
The fans toys. Their limbs are all like $15 more. Of the aerial bots.
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird.
They're like $120 or something, and then if you get them from like Big Bad Toy Store, they're like $119.99 or whatever. But if you get them from
Japan,
other places, but still, I mean, there's an increase in price versus the Sonicons, which are,
and arguably the Sonicons
$276.
and arguably the Stunticons are even maybe they have less moving parts, but the engineering that went into those Stunticons to make the mass shift is amazing, and it's worth $120 price tag. Or it doesn't explain the difference in price unless you're paying through the nose for the extra parts to ultimately to make Menasor. Maybe they make you pay for it at the back end. I don't know.
Well, they're going to do that with the stun or the aerial bots too, though.
Yeah,
you don't get parts of the aerial bots.
But Omega Supreme was $350.
Not and my Unicron was $600.
God, remember that.
So when that happens, I can't wait to start seeing some updates. I feel like we should be seeing updates, right?
We saw one a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah, people are getting updates. Justin,
where the hell's my updates? To check.
Did you get one?
Yeah.
Check your email, sir.
Yeah, maybe it's sending it right to spam because who knows?
Fucking most expensive shell. The most expensive shell former ever made. Really, it really is. I don't know. But then we saw that picture of the Zeta one.
I don't regret pulling out at the last minute.
No regrets.
I got 2.
No regrets.
Regrets. Alrighty. Is that all the questions we got? Oh shit.
Those were 2 of them.
All questions, man.
Questions.
Good job.
Hey, let me know if any of you guys out there play Mobile Legends. We'll hook up.
Hook it up, man. Hook it up.
I love mobile. I wish you guys played that. We could be a 5-on. We could be a team. 5 of us could be a team. So
That's a That's like a extremely pay to play game, isn't it?
No. You earn crystals and coin as you fight and kill people, and then you have like an opportunity to upgrade your figures. And like you can't just pay. You can pay to buy crystals, but you also earn them. And by the time you can upgrade, you already made a lot, so you could just upgrade your figure, your character. You don't have. It's not like you could just be a whale and all of a sudden just pay $100 and just upgrade your character all the way. You can't do that. You have to earn it.
I'll look at it. I'll find out.
So it's not like it's not like a Siege Deluxe. You can't just pay $120 and make it a good figure out of the box.
I don't
with upgrades. Shockwave's lab.
That's not funny.
Oh boy.
All right, well, that's going to be doing it for us here tonight, guys. Be sure to always check us out on Facebook on facebook.com/ShatteredCast. And look us up on Twitter and the Instagram. We always try to keep up on that type of stuff there. And also, you can check out T2RX6's YouTube channel, and as well as my own Oscar and J-Boy just released part 2 of Transformers Murder Mystery because Detective Hal likes to solve crimes and stuff. So
don't forget Matt Baldwin's YouTube channel.
Yeah, let's not forget Matt Baldwin's YouTube channel. My apologies, brother. I mean, he has more subscribers than me. He doesn't need me to plug him, okay?
Don't forget Robert.
Justin has a lot more than I do.
Yeah, I don't watch my videos anymore. They all moved on.
Yeah, they do.
They got old.
Yeah, they do.
They got old.
We're all old.
Yeah, you need a
Nobody watches
gimmick,
my stuff either, man.
Justin. You need roof time.
Roof time.
I just pictured Justin on the roof of his house going, okay, this is the Megatron. He's like grabbing the tiles, like, oh shit.
But Dale comes along like, what are you doing on the roof? I'm doing roof time.
You hear his kid going, Daddy, what you doing? Mind your business, kid. I'm trying to do a video. Goddamn algorithm.
Yeah.
Goddamn algorithm.
Roll time.
There goes that $600 combiner off the roof.
Oh, you bought the oversized knockoff. $200 combiner.
Shatters
on his neighbor's skull. He's just like, oh God. Oh!
It's also exceptionally windy here in good old flat Delaware. So.
Yeah, check
the Illinois of the Illinois of the East.
That's correct.
So on behalf of me and the Furious Four here, we want you guys to have a wonderful day. For the sake of Primus, please collect responsibly, be good to yourselves and each other, and we love you.
Maybe.
We love you.
Maybe.
Only if you let us go bear. That's what I'm saying.
Bear arms.
Why does he have bear arms?
We're
Shut the
dead.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Chip.